Known for the stormy skies that frequent the territories throughout the year.
I hope I don't poop in my pants. That's all I gotta say.
It's also a region once defined by the rise of an angsty subculture.
So tonight is controversy.
And known around the globe as a beacon of technological innovation.
In 1990, I used to be a big fan of Twin Peaks, the show.
Yeah, that's right.
I have a big surprise for you.
Queens isn't just known for its amazing real estate, it's also known for its great food scene. Let's go check it out.
Barb Pexa is taking you on this once-in-a-lifetime journey. Whether finding your next home, your favorite venue, or simply living your American dream, you can do it in the Pacific Northwest. From the Puget Sound to the Cascade Mountains to the booming metropolis of Seattle, there's a little something for everyone.
We do it in the spirit of going against the grain of the negative media, giving inspiring information, and having people walk away from our show with something of value.
You're seeing a disruption in both the real estate and the mortgage space.
A lot of people are just not willing to put in the work.
What video does is that it demands an emotional response.
You know what I love about the show? It's totally unscripted.
Thanks for coming.
It is freezing.
I'm sure it's a little bit colder than San Diego,
Absolutely.
isn't it?
I don't know if I have enough warm or clothes on me, but we'll do what we can, right?
We'll just do our best. I thought we'd start here. This is here the home of the Snoqualmie Falls at the Salish Lodge. It's one of the most visited spots in all of the greater Seattle area. And one of my favorites is back in 1990, I used to be a big fan of Twin Peaks, the show.
Yeah, that's right.
It's gotten a great cult following, and I think it's really cool, kind of dark and stormy and funky Pacific Northwest. So I thought we'd check it out.
Awesome, that's it.
Okay. One of my favorite things to bring all my new clients to here is the falls. I think it's just beautiful.
Yeah, it's so picturesque, the scenery itself. I love it.
It is. So right down here we've got the main falls.
Okay.
It falls way, way, way down there. The water is really flowing at a high rate today because we've had a lot of rain in the area. And it's really beautiful. From these windows right here at the Salish Lodge, you can have a really fantastic meal. The Salish is a high-end luxury boutique hotel.
Very nice.
No, just find the light in honesty, 'cause I've never been good at telling stories. Yeah, we're gonna ride this wave until it breaks. We're gonna drive all day. We're gonna ride this wave until it breaks. All I know, yeah, all I know.
All right, Barb, this has been a beautiful experience. Thank you so much for showing me this.
You're welcome.
I'm excited to see what else Seattle has to offer. What do you got for me?
Next, we're going to head down to Seattle on Lake Union, and we're going to hit up Gasworks Park. I've never totally understood why it's so famous, but it is where we have our 4th of July fireworks every year, and everybody loves it.
Okay, I'm down to check it out.
Okay, let's go check it out.
Welcome back. We're taking you on a tour of one of the coolest locations in the United States, the Pacific Northwest. One of the great things about this show is you learn all about the cities you thought you already knew. I mean, I had no idea Twin Peaks was shot right outside of Seattle. Next up, Barb is taking us on a tour around Gasworks Park. Check it out.
All right, this is pretty amazing, but what the heck is it?
You know, it's pretty interesting. This is an old site of the Seattle Gas Company.
Okay.
And they've turned it into a really popular Seattle park. We have our 4th of July fireworks here.
Very cool, very cool. And it's nice view of downtown Seattle.
Yep, this area right here is called South Lake Union.
Perfect.
And part of the reason they have the fireworks here is it's surrounded by water, so the water's just packed with boats. People come here, they can be underneath the fireworks.
Okay.
And of course, you know the company Amazon.
Of course, everybody does.
Yeah, our headquarters are right down here.
Very nice, and it feels like a movie like Sleepless in Seattle, right?
Yeah,
Got that feel?
Well, you're right. So if you look out here along all these floating houseboats out there, those are the sorts of homes that Sleepless in Seattle were filmed on. And another thing that downtown Seattle is well known for that's fairly unique.
Yeah, for sure. It's just that unique look of real estate, and also just like the atmosphere is a different change from what I'm used to anyway in San Diego, right?
So yeah, I think it's a really cool part of Seattle. It's artistic and edgy and industrial. And, oh my God, is that a drone up there?
Where? Oh, yeah.
Did somebody crash their drone on it? That's a piece of equipment to lose. Hey Diane, and this is the house I've been talking about, wanting to show you.
Very nice.
We are up here in Bellevue on Cougar Mountain.
Okay.
And this home is built by the Buchan builders, and they're a real classic traditional builder in Seattle. They do mostly high-end listings.
I've noticed, it's got that classic look to it, right? The vintage, but also traditional form of it.
It's very traditional. They make it just modern enough. With all the great top-of-the-line appliances and fixtures, but in a very traditional mode. But hands down, my favorite space in this house is the outdoor living room.
Of course, nice.
As you know, we're in Seattle and we get a lot of rain. So I think all home builders should put these outdoor living rooms in their houses. It's got
covered all the way through. Oh, that's cool.
Covered all the way through, gas fireplace, gas heaters. And a 48-inch grill with hood system, which is fantastic.
What type of buyer do you see purchasing this home?
My guess is probably a family, something like that. But with the main floor ensuite room, we can also have
like a
multi-generational living.
Perfect.
Which is really big in these, I would say, these days in this part of the country.
All right, Barb, rumor has it that you do something special for your buyers. What is it?
We cater and host our buyers' housewarming parties as their thank you present for choosing to work with our team. I come from the restaurant business, and it was a perfect carryover for high-end customer service, sociability. It's just the highlight of their process, we think. We send out the invitations, we send out the thank you cards, we get to mingle and meet all of their favorite family and friends, and it's really a lot of fun. Sometimes we have a little bit too much fun, but that's how we think we have a great customer base.
Well, nothing like, you're working with these clients and buyers, right? So you get to know them in the process of buying their home. So what better way than to throw them a party in their housewarming party?
We could not agree more. And it seems almost sacrilegious not to take that process all the way through and help them celebrate. We cater it, we bring wine, we bring Prosecco, we do a toast. We even have cute little aprons we've made with our team logo and our names. So we really have a lot of fun with it.
Good for you, that sounds great.
Yeah.
We live just at the trailhead of one of the many trails that run along Cougar Mountain. And you walk among huge maples and evergreens. Maple leaves as big as your head, they're just giant. This home, which sits on Cougar Mountain, 1,000 feet above Lake Sammamish, and with a beautiful view of a 10,700-foot volcano called Mount Baker, which is snow-covered year-round. I love to write thrillers that are really a combination of really good stories, interesting characters, very dynamic human conflict, but also on the edge of science. And the Seattle area is very vital to that, with the University of Washington, with the Primate Research Center, with the very modern architecture that blends in with the very old architecture. It provided a very good setting, and you could really get the feel of Seattle and the surrounding area. But also, it entered into the conflict and the challenges of, trying to move across all those different terrains and meet some of the challenges that we set up in the book. You could almost feel the oxygen levels go up and the stress levels go down. And that is how I would sell Seattle to someone just coming in.
That house is so cool. Right up on the hill overlooking Lake Sammamish, that's got to be one of the best locations on the block. It just has such a thriller feel to it. It all makes sense as to why Steve Hadden chose that location. Speaking of which, if you haven't seen his novels, go check them out. I know I will. Who doesn't love a thriller? Next up, we're checking in on one of our partners in your area. Hit it.
Hey guys, I'm so glad you're here. I have a big surprise for you. I'm here with my Feng Shui master, Carole Shashona. She helps me balance my space, my positive and negative energy. And before I do anything in business, I always consult with her first.
As Richard, you know that we always begin with the front door. The front
Sure.
door is the gateway. So when I open up the door and when I came in, I noticed right away the white rug, and it should be a dark rug.
Why?
If you're trying to sell. Well, this is yang energy. We want to be more creative, more flow. So the darkness is here, but there it's not.
Okay.
So we want to create a channel of water, so to speak, okay?
Cool.
What's wonderful here, she does have a mirror, but I would recommend a plant here as well.
Okay.
So let's open up the energy.
Okay.
It's all about flow. Rather than the white flowers, I would put perhaps more of a color. She loves red, perhaps red is perfect. The first thing I noticed, the way this table is angled, the point, what we consider in Feng Shui, the point acts as an arrow and cuts off the energy.
Because this table's not on
That
an angle.
table is perfect. This is not. I would recommend keeping it straight,
Right.
so that way the angle continues with the flow.
Carole has consulted on a lot of my projects, and many times she just has to swing the energy. So she tells me how to move some of the furniture. It's all about keeping the energy in balance. So Carole, what about the living room?
Well, the living room needs some help here. This area is very, very important. The simple solution is switching the art. I've noticed over here a
Okay.
beautiful sculpture of water. That would be perfect in between the two windows. And then we can take that glorious woman and adding it in this zone. So it's just about adjusting. We're now heading into what we call the intimate zone. So the first thing I noticed here, the fruit over the bed is wonderful. I would recommend all family photographs to be more in a non-intimate zone.
Okay.
Because you don't want to have more romance with your whole family.
Watching.
Looking, absolutely. Here we are at the heart of the home. Now, Richard, this is fabulous. De Kooning sculpture of the moose
Yeah.
in this direction, fantastic.
North, right.
Fantastic. Here we do have an abstract art with red in it, so it certainly adds energy and balance to this area. So now we're going to sage the space. So we're going to sage and cleanse this space, banish all negativity,
I love that.
and open up for prosperity and abundance. Now we feng shuied the space and we're welcoming in new opportunities, blessings, and love may fill the space.
Carole, I don't know what I would do without you. This has been unbelievable. I know that it just makes me feel more secure knowing that you helped me.
Thank you. And this has been an awesome place, and it's so great being back in New York
love
and
you.
feng shuiing the space.
Eyes wide open, take it all in. The hearts have spoken.
Mark?
Ready to fly?
We're ready to fly.
Right.
How's this going to go? Can you tell us how this is going to go today?
You're each going to be tied together with a professional certified tandem instructor.
Good to know.
One-on-one. You're in front, the instructor's in back, and you are going to fly off this mountain, Poo-Poo Point in Issaquah, out into the blue yonder.
You ready? I hope I don't poo-poo my pants. That's all I got to say. How high are we?
We're at 1,700 feet over the valley, 1,800-foot mean sea level. It's a beautiful view today. It's a great day to fly.
The sun came out first. We're pretty excited.
Yeah, I'm stoked. Thanks
so much for it. Oh my gosh, let's do this.
Barb invited us here to jump off of this cliff, so we're all here together right now.
Waiting for that
Frozen, but loving it.
We're gonna repay the favor by having Barb come out to our party tonight, Controversy, Beyonce vs. Rihanna, and we're gonna dance all night long. Yes, this is Black Gatsby, and I'm Discoshrine.
She is so extra right now.
And we are.
Cut that last part.
I'm Discoshrine, and we are signing off the mountain like, hey.
Nope, won't, couldn't, I can't. Jump off a mountain? Diane, major kudos to you. I'm proud beyond words. While I catch my breath, we're sending you over to another expert in your market. Let's go.
I'm Eugene Litvak, founder of the Litvak team at Compass, and welcome to Astoria. So originally named after John Jacob Astor, one of the richest men in the world at the time, Astoria became a hub for German immigration during the 1800s. It also became home to the Steinway family, Steinway & Sons, who now have one of the largest piano companies in the world. It's always been a center for American art and American history, and like most Brooklyn waterfront, this neighborhood used to be all industrial. Warehouses, factories, and now residential buildings, commercial buildings, bars, restaurants. I mean, really, Astoria is growing at an unmatched pace to other neighborhoods. And now, as if all that wasn't enough, you have Amazon coming just 10 minutes away from here. HQ2 will be built, and that's just only going to accelerate the growth rate even more. So welcome to the neighborhood. Let me show you some real estate.
Hey, I'm working on a Wednesday, then up again the next day. So-and-so is popping, man, I skip him like he leg day.
This is the graffiti house. So actually this building's pretty special as it won for Best Interior Design for a Queens multifamily last year. In addition, it's actually an extension of the Welland Court Mural Project, the largest outdoor installation of art in New York City. As a matter of fact, the whole building acts as a live art gallery. From the facade to the lobby to the elevators, everything is got live art that is in fact available for sale. The apartments are pretty great. You've got functional layouts, you've got outdoor space, you've got city views, you've got radiant floors and stainless steel appliances. The amenities, fantastic as well. A beautiful roof deck, 360-degree views, fitness center with Peloton bike. Even the garage has live art for sale. I mean, when you take a look at this building, it really is one of a kind.
And the way that I sell ticks, they've been calling me Rondo. 23 in my Prondo, finna ball like Lonzo.
Queens isn't just known for its amazing real estate, it's also known for its great food scene. Let's go check it out. So one of the best things about Queens is right here. Astoria Provisions. I'm sitting here with Chef John, longtime resident of the neighborhood. John, tell us about this place.
Well, we're Astoria's local American bistro. Serve breakfast and lunch 7 days a week and try to serve the community here around us with good, local, wholesome food.
So John, you must really have seen this real estate in this neighborhood transform over the years.
Oh, absolutely. This neighborhood in particular has transformed a lot. That's one of the reasons we were drawn down here. We saw this as the last untapped resource of Queens where the action was going to happen, so we wanted to be right in the center of it.
Amazing, very wise. So guys, look, when you think about real estate, just remember that for the last 100 years, real estate has been one of the top 3 performing asset classes, period. So whether you're buying your own home and it's going to be for yourself to enjoy while the market appreciates and that asset class grows, and or you have something available to you that's income producing. So an example is the graffiti house. It's currently asking around $20 million. Based on the income that's produced from the building, it's an annual return of about 4%. Think about what values will be here in another 5 or 10 years. It's really quite exciting. Once upon a time, it was absurd that in New York City there would be a property at $1 million. And today, it's kind of the starting point. So when thinking about your portfolio, real estate should certainly be a part of the conversation. Thanks, Chef. Thanks for having us. Really appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Today, we're in Bushwick, Brooklyn, and we're going to get a tour from our good friend, Mark Martov from Corcoran. Mark's going to show us the real estate, going to show us the culture, and the emerging art scene here in Bushwick. To be honest, I don't know this town very well, but Mark is an expert. He's going to show us around, take us on a great tour. He's around the corner. Let's go see where he's at.
We're on Moore Street, right down the block from world-famous Rivera's Pizza. This neighborhood is voted 7th coolest neighborhood in the world by Vogue magazine. What this neighborhood is really known for is the Bushwick artists that all live here and advertise on all the murals that you see all around the neighborhood. As a matter of fact, in Art Basel in Miami, there's a whole Bushwick section just for the artists that live in this neighborhood. We're also geographically located right between Bed-Stuy and Williamsburg. You have 4 train lines, the J, M, Z, and the L train that take you to Manhattan in less than 20 minutes. Everywhere you look, you're surrounded by art. This neighborhood's filled with art galleries, top restaurants, coffee shops. Everything you need in New York City is in this neighborhood, and you're only 20 minutes away from Manhattan. I'm really excited to take you to my new listing, 137 Warefield, where you get to see the huge bang for your buck that you get by living in this neighborhood. Welcome to 137 Warefield. So this house is almost 6,000 square feet. It's got new electric, new plumbing, new roof, new floors, and you can have all this for only $1.7 million. Just check out all this space that you get: sitting area, dining area, brand new kitchen, another dining area, and a massive living room. All right, let's go check out upstairs. All right, welcome to the master. This is one of my favorite rooms in the house. This Just this bedroom is over 300 square feet, which my first New York City apartment was basically this size. It's only dwarfed by the massive walk-in closet and the enormous ensuite bathroom. So I know owning a home is a huge emotional investment, but it's also a financial investment. And one of the biggest things about this home is that it's a two-family, and you could supplement your mortgage payment by getting rental income from this amazing 3-bedroom rental. So this 3-bedroom rental unit has similar finishes to upstairs, but it's on a separate electric meter, separate gas meter, so your tenants are paying all their own utilities, and it still has everything brand new. So new electric, new gas, new plumbing, brand new kitchen, bathrooms, and 3 bedrooms with a backyard space. I want to introduce my go-to attorney, Sergey Mekhtiyev, who's going to talk about some of the benefits of owning a townhouse versus a condo.
Thank you, Mark. As you know, the New York City market is saturated with condos and co-ops, and a lot of potential buyers, they don't even think of an idea of venturing out of the city where they can still get a good deal. For them coming here, which is only 20 minutes away from the city, they're saving a ton of money in closing costs. Normally, the seller will pay the transfer taxes, which is New York City transfer tax, which is almost 2% of the purchase price. On top of that, here there are no common charges, there's no maintenance. You do maintain your own house, but there are no monthly fees that you would have to pay, so you're saving money on that as well. Lastly, most of these townhomes and brownstones are two-family, meaning you can have a renter come in where you're renting out a portion of the home, which will help you offset your monthly fees.
Hope you guys enjoyed spending the last few minutes with me learning a little bit more about Bushwick. And if you think this is the place for you to call home, you should definitely come out here and check it out.
Can't stop me now. Can't stop me now. Can't stop me now. I'm just doing what
This makes me want to move to Seattle. It's awesome and it checks all the boxes. Scenic, Twin Peaks, jumping off mountains, beautiful parks, and some of the coolest nightlife. Sign me up.
won't stop doing what I do.